Right, so what's going on, guys? My name's Jack. This channel I haven't used for like 2 years, but I'm thinking about starting up videos again. Mainly based on car stuff. So obviously since I last made my YouTube video, I couldn't drive or anything. That was a good couple of years ago. But now I passed my test back in 2017, which was 3 years ago now. It's now 2020. So I'm just thinking about making YouTube videos again. It will mostly be like car stuff and that now. I've got 2 cars, which I will show you in a second. My first car I've still got. I've been driving coming up 3 years in November. I have got 2 cars now, so my videos will mainly be tinkering with my car, doing some modifications and stuff. I'll give you a walk around the cars I've got and what I've done to them. So yeah, I'll show you my cars. What I had is now in a lockup, which I own, which is just by the house. It is a Ford Fiesta 2008 1.4. It did originally have the private registration and stuff on when I drive the car. My second car is now a Volvo C30 1.6D coupe. Done little bits to this. You see I put different alloys on, aftermarket alloys with 255 40 18s, which are quite wide, as you can see. Do take up a lot of space in the arches, but they do also fill the arches quite nicely. I'm not running spaces yet. I do want to run spaces on the rear purely for the fact that they are quite close to the wheel arch liners. I mean, that would probably be quite hard to show on here. You can see just behind the wheel that it is rubbing quite close. The front is about a finger width away from the front shock, so I probably will run something 5mm or something. But as you can see from the top here, the tyre does sit pretty well flush with the arch. So if I have it poking too much, it will be an MOT failure due to the fact that it is poking out the arch. But at the moment, it is sitting quite nicely. The wheels are slightly turned, so you can see the fitment slightly out. This car is now my daily. It's a 1.6D, like I said. It's very good on fuel, hence the reason I use it for daily. I now work about 25 miles away from home, so it is good on fuel. It's good for the journeys that I do. It has got DPF, so running on the long journeys that it runs is quite ideal. My Fiesta, again, that was my first car. I'll just unlock it. I didn't really tinker with this. Well, I said I didn't tinker with this, I did. It is fully straight piped. It's got the Omax rev limiter on that a lot of people run on the Fiestas. This is my garage. I've got plenty of bits in here. I've got my spare Volvo alloys. I've got 2 sets of Fiesta alloys. I've got a spare set of seats there because I did upgrade these seats. They did come with full cloth seats from factory, but I did put the ST Z-Tech S half leathers in. It is still somewhat stripped out inside because I did take some lights out. I had footwell lights and underglow stuff installed on this car, but I've taken the footwell lights out and I have put them in the Volvo. So now when I come over to my C30 and I flip the key in the ignition, you see I do have orange lights in the footwells, front and rear, just to match the colour of the car, you know, orange car, orange lights. Again, obviously the wheels, my biggest mod, if I just close the door, if I just pop the engine bonnet, come around and open the hood up. You see it's fairly standard. I mean, there's not much you can do to these. I've got ram air filter on, which does make it somewhat louder when it drives and accelerates. The turbo does flutter, which sounds quite cool. It's due a service, so I will be doing a service on it soon. But other than that, it is fairly standard and there's not much done to it. The C30 I do think is a very good looking car, and it is half the reason that I bought it. I bought it off a friend of mine. I mean, the car is worth about 3.5 to 4 grand, but I did pay 1,900 quid for it. The car is relatively clean at the moment, as I have just cleaned it out. That being said, I'm sure you'll see later down the line that it doesn't stay clean much, and it is a bit of a mess, this car. So what I'm going to be doing today is I have bought some LED headlight bulbs. So if I just come onto the passenger side, open up the door, you can see I've got some H7 LED bulbs here. I did try and install this before, but it turned out that I needed some CAN bus resistors because this car has got a CAN bus system. So if I put the LED bulb straight in, it does come up on the dash saying I've got a low beam fault. I have ordered some, they're not quite coming yet, but I am just going to put them in today to check the beam pattern and check the bulbs still work because they have been sat for quite a while. First, I need to pull the Fiesta out of the garage. So if I just grab the keys from the Volvo and jump in the Fiesta, I'll pull that out and I'll be able to put the Volvo. I'm going to park the Volvo here so I can shine it on the back of the garage where it's dark. Obviously, just to check the beam pattern and stuff. If I just get the Fiesta. This thing is quite loud because it was straight piped, has a D-cap, well, not a D-cap, but it does have a dummy cap, so I have taken the cat out, or smashed the cat out of the car. So if I just put this car out of the way. Turn it straight off. Right, now I need to close the boot on this one. Close the bonnet. The headlights are really easy to pop out on these cars. They literally have this one metal pin which slides down the back here and locks into the back of the headlight. So that there, I've got the Volvo facing the garage. It didn't work too well. This is the first time I've tried to pull this car into the garage, and I did just knock it on the wing, take some of the paint off. So we need to touch that up and probably polish it in so it looks a bit more. I don't know if I can open the bonnet in here. Okay, so that rests against the garage. So I am just going to grab like a microfiber towel or something, fold the wing mirrors in. Pretty sure I keep microfiber towels under the boot floor. Yep, got one there, that'll do. Number plates running on these are my private reg. They're from Utopia Tints. They are legal as they've got the marking, postcode, and the British standard for number plates. They are 4D plates, 5mm, as you can see. They do look smart at night because I've got LED number plate lights in the back here. There is some damage already on this car. It's got a scrape on the rear bumper, as you can see there. It does have a crack in it. This is from the previous owner. I have not yet damaged the car, apart from just driving into the bloody garage door, but we'll ignore that for now. So if I pop a microfiber just under there, open that back up, that'll stop me scratching the hood. Okay, so like I say, the headlights on these, you do just pop the pin out, which is easier said than done when they're pushed all the way in. And then the headlight itself does just wobble out of the car. And when that comes out, there is just a big multi-plug on the back here. It's just unplug, and then the headlight comes out. So it's just that one pin holding the headlight in. Just going to quickly grab the other headlight out, and then I'll be back. Just for the fact it'd be easier to show you. So if I come across to the front passenger side first, you can see the bulb literally just unplugs, and you've got the H7 pins there. These they do have a sort of mechanical pin just holding them in, and that slid straight off. The bulb does just pop out. This Volvo does have a feature on it where the main headlights themselves are used as sort of daytime runners. So when you have the headlights on 0, the headlights are on. When you have them on side lights, obviously the side lights come on. It does have 2 side markers. It's got one on the outside which is white and one on the inside which is orange. Vice versa, I actually think the one on the inside is white and the one on the outside is orange. And then when the headlights are fully on, they are obviously headlights are on and the side lights are on. Fog lights, petrol cap, which doesn't actually open on the car. You have to press that button to pop the cap open. The rear fog lights, which are built into the rear tail lights obviously, and the brightness adjuster, which when you're driving in the dark, it does control the brightness of the center console and the speedo. And then again the headlight adjusters, which choose the angle of the headlights. So if I just come around to the rears, I am actually going to quickly put the camera down just to install these bulbs, as they are quite fiddly, but I will show you when I've got them put back in. So the easiest way that I found with these bulbs to install them is they are quite fiddly, because this metal clip obviously has to go over the carrier for the bulb. The bulbs they obviously have the tab on them to shape them to H7. You can spin that cap. There you go, you can spin the cap and it does literally just come off the headlight bulbs, which makes them a lot easier to install. And then the bulb itself does just push down and clip back in. So there you go, the bulb is tight in there. It looks a bit wobbly, but it is genuinely in there. And then the wiring just plugs back in to the original connector on the headlight. These are sided, so if you get these wrong way around, the headlight won't work, which I did find out the first time I tried to install them. My resistors haven't actually got here. I didn't only order them about 20 minutes ago to come with these bulbs, so I'm just checking now that they work and the beam pattern's alright, and then if it is alright, I am going to go ahead and install the things when they come. If I could just pop the phone up, I'll then show you. I'm moving this one. So again, just unplug the bulb. This pin just pushes out to the side and comes up, and then the bulb comes out. So it is just a normal standard H7 bulb, which is single dip beam. Then the locating tab sort of fits in the gap there where the H7 normal halogen bulb sits, and this does bend back over, goes around the outside. It's quite a fiddly job, and this should clip back into place. Easier said than done. I'm trying to struggle, and that does lock that firmly in. So if I put the bulb back in, get it the right way around, just push in and twist, and there you go. So there we go, got the bulb installed, and then I'll just go ahead and connect these back up, and then I'll take them to the front of the car and I'll fit them. So if I just bring you back to the front of the car, you can now see that I've got the headlights back installed. They're not pushed in with the pins. The pins are still out because I just need to check that the polarity is in the right way, and if they're not, I can obviously put the headlight out. Just have a look. If I go ahead and flip the ignition to fully on and knock the headlights to on, it looks to be that the passenger one has come on, but the driver's side one hasn't. So you can see the passenger light, oh, covering the camera. Passenger light is on, driver's side isn't, so I do need to just quickly take the bulb out and flip the wires around on that one. So there we go, I have got both bulbs in and working. It turned out that I literally put the headlight in without plugging the headlight back in, so that explains why it has come off. But you can probably hear if I get up close. You can hear the fans going on the back of the headlights. They do have fans on them to keep it cool. You can see the bulb just down there, which does protrude. It used to have a black plastic cap on the back to keep it watertight. I did take the caps off when I originally fit these a couple of months ago, and they have been off ever since, and touch wood, they have not yet got any moisture in them. When I wash the car, they get a little bit, but with the heat of the bulbs and the ballasts, they do seem to dry the moisture out. So if I take you back inside the car, you can see if I just scroll through my messages, which I haven't got any yet, which is a bit odd. If I start the car up, just in gear, just give it a minute to work out what I've done. You should then get the warning message saying the headlights are which I haven't yet, which is probably good. Just flip them off and back on. So I've got the bulbs in, I've secured the headlights, got them in and running. The lights are lighting up and they do quite a good job. They are much more powerful than the halogens that I had in there. The halogens were 55 watt and these are 65 watts on each bulb, rated to about 8,000 lumens per bulb. Obviously they're only dip beam, not full beam, but I haven't yet got the message on the dash telling me that it detects a bulb fault, which is a good thing, but it also is a bad thing, seeing as I've just spent 15 quid on some adapters for them. So if I just go ahead and check messages, I've got two messages. I've got tailgate open, the driver's door open. So it is a bit odd that it hasn't actually come up. So I will take it for a drive in a minute and I will keep flickering the lights on and off and see if it does come up. So that concludes my first video back up on this channel. Again, I'm not going to be doing anything that I used to do, like the daily vlogs or anything like that. No gaming videos. This is going to be my channel now, which I will be, dirty hands, making car videos, etc. on. So thanks for watching the video and I should hopefully see you soon.